Okay, so you're already sold on the intermittent fasting lifestyle and reap all of its amazing benefits. It can be life-changing, but you can't fast forever. You still need to eat. In this video, I'm going to show you what to eat when intermittent fasting to maximize your results. This is the exact same list of foods that I give to my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. So you know it works. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video because I have a PDF of this food list that you can download for free. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every time I post a new video every week. All right, let's dive in. What's up guys? Carlo Macapinlac here from newbiefitnessacademy.com. I help busy professionals look good shirtless so they can feel more confident and get the most out of their lives. Listen, in my opinion, intermittent fasting is the most effective and sustainable method of weight loss because it's not really a diet, right? It's more of a lifestyle. And the concept is pretty simple. You fast intermittently for a certain period of time, whether that's 16, 20, or 24 hours, and let your body use your fat stores for energy. Then you have a specific eating window to eat food. So let's talk about the eating part because intermittent fasting works for weight loss, but it doesn't just give you the green light to hit up your local all-you-can-eat joint once you break your fast. It doesn't work like that. There's definitely a way to eat to maximize your results. And this is something that I get asked all the time. What am I supposed to eat when I break my fast? Here's a closer look at some of my favorite foods that I regularly reach for on a daily basis. Okay, first things first, we evolved to eat plants and animals, so we'll start with that. And if you're watching this and you're vegan, I'm sorry. I hope we can still be friends. Ever heard of the saying, you are what you eat? And that's true, but a better version of that saying is you are what you ate. It's important that they come from as many high-quality sources as possible. This principle applies to all the foods that I'm going to talk about, by the way. In a perfect world, you're eating organic, wild-caught, and grass-fed. But that's not always possible for everyone. If I don't have access to organic and grass-fed, for example, and there's a world of difference between grain versus grass-fed meat, by the way, I usually buy a lean cut of beef or lean ground beef, and I just add grass-fed butter to it. That way, I know that the saturated fat in my meat is coming from a good source. Speaking of butter, butter is delicious and is high in saturated fat. Again, you want to buy grass-fed butter if you have the ability to do so. No, it doesn't jack up your cholesterol levels and it definitely doesn't clog your arteries. Listen, fat isn't bad for you. Let's just get that out of the way. I have a separate video that explains this in further detail if you want to know more about it. For now, you just need to take my word that fat doesn't make you fat. If anything, if you're not eating enough fat, you're probably fat. Plus, everything tastes better with butter. That's kind of a universally accepted truth. It's great for cooking, it's a good source of vitamin A, which is a fat-soluble vitamin needed for skin health, immune function, and healthy vision. It also contains vitamin E, which supports heart health and acts as an antioxidant to protect your cells against damage caused by molecules called free radicals. More on that in a second. Additionally, butter contains small amounts of other nutrients, including riboflavin, niacin, calcium, and phosphorus. And no, margarine is not the same. Margarine is a highly processed food-like product made from vegetable oils and is highly inflammatory. And no, I don't care if you can't believe it's not butter. That stuff is toxic. If you still have it in your fridge, toss it. Your body will thank you for it. Next, let's talk about bacon. It's one of God's greatest gifts to humans, that and women. Bacon is a staple in my diet. It's delicious. I don't think I need to convince you that you should be eating it. And no, you can't convince me that turkey bacon is better unless you like the taste of cardboard box, because that's what turkey bacon tastes like. Now, a lot of people shy away from bacon because it's fatty, so let's talk about that real quick. The fats in bacon are about 50% monounsaturated, and a large part of those is oleic acid, the same fatty acid that olive oil is praised for and generally considered heart healthy. Then about 40% is saturated fat, accompanied by a decent amount of cholesterol. And if you're still one of those people with fat phobia, no, saturated fat and cholesterol is not bad for you. There are tons of research out there that actually shows the more saturated fat and cholesterol you eat, the lower your risk of heart disease. Again, check out my video about how eating fat doesn't make you fat. Listen, there are 3 things you don't cheap out on in life: your haircut, your tattoo artist, and bacon. Seriously, have you ever had cheap bacon? It's no bueno. Buy the good stuff. Next, you should be eating whole fat yogurt or full fat dairy of any kind. First of all, let's get one important thing out of the way. Non-fat dairy or a reduced fat version of any kind of food is BS. Because if you cut out the fat from food, then you have to replace it with something else to make it taste good. And that something else is usually sugar. If you look at the labels of non-fat yogurt or skim milk, for example, you'll be shocked by how much sugar is in there. So no more skinny vanilla lattes for you. And have you ever tried low-fat cheese? It tastes like crap. Now, let's talk about whole-fat yogurt, specifically Greek yogurt. And if you've never tried it, you are in for a treat. It's like eating ice cream guilt-free. Greek yogurt is different from other yogurts because it goes through a straining process to remove the whey. By the way, see what I did there? Whey is a liquid that contains lactose, a natural sugar found in milk. Why is removing whey a good thing? Well, approximately 65% of the human population has a reduced ability to digest lactose after infancy. No way! Okay, I'll stop. And if you're lactose intolerant, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Lactose is no good for your stomach. That's why Greek yogurt is the bomb. It also contains probiotics, which are good bacteria that restores a healthy bacterial balance within the gut. Improving your gut health is a whole other topic, but just take my word that probiotics are good for you. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of calcium, which can help improve bone health. Next, let's talk about eggs. This is kind of a no-brainer, but eggs should be a staple in your diet. And in a perfect world, you're eating organic eggs from happy nesting hens. If not, try to at least buy ones that are enriched with omega-3 for its anti-inflammatory benefits. It's a little more expensive, but it's worth it. I mean, your health depends on it. The humble egg is literally one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. It's got tons of good fat, it's got cholesterol and vitamins, and a decent amount of protein. And the yolk specifically is actually the healthiest part of the egg because that's where all the nutrients are. 13 vitamins and minerals specifically, including things like lutein, which is often referred to as the eye vitamin, and it's great for brain development. You can also find choline, which is also crucial for brain development, healthy liver function, nerve function, and muscle movement, as well as supporting energy levels and maintaining a healthy metabolism. It's literally the perfect food, and it's delicious. Okay, now let's talk about vegetables. Everyone knows that eating vegetables has profound health benefits. That's another generally accepted truth. But not all vegetables are created equal. Some are better than others. You want to limit your intake of starchy vegetables like beans, butternut squash, chickpeas, and potatoes. Instead, you want to stick to green, leafy, cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, radish, rutabaga, turnip, and arugula. What makes this group of vegetables so special? They all contain something called sulforaphane. Sulfora what? Sulforaphane is a phytochemical and is increasingly referred to as an anti-cancer compound. This reputation is linked mainly to sulforaphane's potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Now, let's give some extra love to one of my favorite vegetables, and that's the humble but super awesome cauliflower. It's kind of become the grain of vegetables, but with the added benefit of 900% fewer carbs than rice. 900%! It's the best! Cauliflower can be prepared in many different ways. You can steam it, you can make cauliflower rice, cauliflower pizza crust, cauliflower anything. Now, what about fruit? What I'm about to tell you is a little controversial, but here's the problem with fruit. Fruit is high in carbs. That's a fact. For some reason, a lot of people are under the impression that you don't have to count the carbs in fruit because it's natural. It doesn't matter. Yes, it has the added benefit of fiber, but your body still has to process that sugar. Think of fruit as nature's version of candy. Now, I'm not saying fruit is bad, but if your goal is fat loss and you want to eat fruit, try to stick to ones that are low in carbs like berries and kiwis, for example, and try to keep it to 100 grams total daily. Having said all that, there are some exceptions when it comes to fruit, and avocado happens to be one of them. Avocado is a pretty unique fruit. While most fruit consists of carbs primarily, avocado is rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fat. It's creamy, fatty, and delicious. It's rich in antioxidants, and it's packed with good saturated fats and 20 other vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients. It also contains fiber, which helps with digestion. It's often referred to as a superfood. It can be added to a lot of dishes because of its good flavor and rich texture. It also happens to be the main ingredient in guacamole. Need I say more? Now let's talk about treats, specifically the underrated and underappreciated dark chocolate. Now, I'm with you. Dark chocolate used to be the reason why I had trust issues. You think you're eating milk chocolate, you take a bite, and you realize you've made a huge mistake. But let me argue for dark chocolate here for a second. Dark chocolate is full of antioxidants, fiber, and minerals. It's actually one of the best sources of antioxidants on the planet. One study showed that dark chocolate had more antioxidant activity, polyphenols, and flavonols than any other fruits tested, which included blueberries and acai berries. Yep, it's better than the almighty acai berry when it comes to antioxidants. It contains a decent amount of soluble fiber and is loaded with minerals like iron, magnesium, copper, manganese, potassium, phosphorus, zinc, and selenium. Basically, dark chocolate is awesome. Listen, I love milk chocolate just like any other human being out there, but much of the healthy cacao has been stripped away from it and has been replaced by sugar. Now, there's definitely an adjustment period when you switch from milk chocolate to dark chocolate. It's kind of an acquired taste, but you'll get used to it eventually. Try to buy at least 85% cacao, or you can be brave and go 90%. You'll come around to it eventually. Next, let's talk about nuts. Nuts are antioxidant powerhouses. Antioxidants, including the polyphenols in nuts, can combat oxidative stress by neutralizing free radicals, which are unstable molecules that may cause cell damage and increase your risk of disease. Like avocado, nuts are full of mono and polyunsaturated fats, as well as a variety of vitamins and minerals, and they make for a great snack. Almonds, pistachios, cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts are great options in case you're wondering. Okay, let's quickly talk about cooking oil, because you gotta cook your food with something. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and butter should be your only options when it comes to cooking oil. Sunflower oil, canola oil, grapeseed, and other types of seed oil belong in the garbage. There's a reason why they're so cheap. Long story short, canola oil and the likes are highly processed and are high in omega-6, which are highly inflammatory and opens up Pandora's box to all sorts of disease. It becomes toxic when heated at high temperatures. It's just not made for human consumption. So if you have those cheap oils at home, just toss it out. Now, you probably noticed that I didn't put soda, juice, or flavored drinks of any kind. And for good reason. Listen, if you decide to ignore everything I've said so far, it won't hurt my feelings, don't worry. And do just one thing for your nutrition. This is it. For crying out loud, stop drinking soda and stop giving soda to your kids. Sugar-sweetened beverages contribute to a staggering 60% increase in childhood obesity. It's the same thing with adult obesity. You need to give your kid and yourself, for that matter, a fighting chance here. Sugar-sweetened drinks that uses fructose, like fruit juice concentrates and high fructose corn syrups, are the worst when it comes to this. And most sodas contain one or the other. You're literally drinking liquid sugar. Stop. Just stop. You can't possibly think that drinking that stuff is good for you. There is literally nothing beneficial when it comes to drinking soda. It makes you fat and sick. Okay, rant over. Now, here's what a sample meal plan looks like using some of the foods from that list, just to give you an idea of how much of it you should be eating. And I'm using an app called MyFitnessPal for this. So this meal plan is based on a 16-hour fast, so I skip breakfast and I eat 2 big meals. Now, one of the things that kind of sticks out here is that my meals are super simple. I'm a busy guy just like a lot of people, and I don't have time to prep fancy meals. I try to stick to single ingredient types of food to keep things simple. If you have more time in your hands, by all means, get creative and make yourself something delicious. Now, if we look at the macros ratio of this meal, it's high fat, low carb, and moderate protein. If we're talking about macros ratio for anyone who likes to track their macros, and you should, you want to go around 70% fat, 20% protein, and around 10% carbs. So we're talking about a high fat, very low carb, and moderate protein diet. The complete opposite of the standard American diet. Because when you restrict your carbs and give your body mainly fat to burn, it adapts to become very good at using fat for energy. You become a fat burner, and if you give your body 50 grams of carbs or less, your body enters a state called ketosis, and this is when you get into advanced fat loss territory. This diet is more commonly referred to as the ketogenic diet. Why is that important? Well, one of the side effects of intermittent fasting is that it puts you in ketosis, right? That's a good thing. That means that your body is burning fat for energy when you don't eat. But you can't fast forever. You still need to eat. And that's where the food list that I'm about to give you comes in. So if you combine intermittent fasting with a diet that keeps you in ketosis, the ketogenic diet, then you stay in that fat burning state all the time. You become an unstoppable fat burning machine. And if you're trying to lose weight, I don't think there's a better combination out there. I personally think that it's the holy grail of weight loss. And that's when you see all those crazy transformations out there. Check out my video about combining intermittent fasting with the ketogenic diet if you want to know more about it. Okay, as promised, I want to give you a free copy of my lean body blueprint. This is how I melted all the fat around my stomach and turned it into a six-pack without going on a crazy diet or wasting hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach all my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. Included in this blueprint is the food list that I talked about in this video. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link in the description box or somewhere at the top here. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. Alright, that's all I've got. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every Friday. And hey, leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. I know we covered a lot of topics here and I want to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the comment section. Virtual high five.